Welcome everyone, I'm the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Pucelle Tactics. I'm not quite done with my grinding yet, but I wanted to go ahead and, someone did request that I kind of show some of the grinding, which I was going to do anyway, but I might as well do it now. So, first things first, let's go to Portobello City and see if there's anything new to talk to. There was one person that had new dialogue, this little girl did, and I kind of accidentally already did it, but yeah, she just goes to ellipses now. Okay. What she said was like always believe in yourself or something like that, or always follow your heart, and Prier would respond with like, are you, servant of the goddess or something? But no worries. Anyway, what do you guys got to say? Prier, I'll lend you my treasure if you like. Just make sure to give it back later. Promise? You'll give it back, right? Okay, I promise. You got the cactus sword. Okay. I believe in you guys, so I won't cry. I'm being brave, aren't I? Leave things to us while you're gone. The Cayman Bird Detective Agency will keep the city streets safe for law-abiding people. So, just make sure you come back. Now. Don't make a face like that. Don't worry, they'll come back. You don't have to hide anything from me. I know everything. Just do your best. Hey Priya, how about going out on a date with me? Well, maybe I'll think about it when our work is finished. Really? I'm speechless. Moo-boo. Oh, it's a moo-boo. That takes me back. I once fought a great moo-boo that was twice this size. I love udon. It seems like all we ever do is eat. Yeah, you said all that before. I hear that they're renovating the church. I'd like to do the same to my shop someday. I guess it wouldn't hurt to say something different this time, would it? What, that's it? Oh well. Onwards. Let's go to the Resin Queen shop. Do you mind if I do a quick commercial here? There's a real Resin Queen shop in the Mesei Sune building in the Tokyo's Akihabara district. Come and see us. My mother found out that I was yeah, you said all that before. I hear they're remodeling the church. It looks like they thought of an excuse after all. It's not the greatest one I've ever heard, though. It seems like all of Nora's servants disappeared recently. Even if the world's about to end, I'd probably still be here, washing underwear. In the name of the Maiden Light, I pray for your safety. Leave guarding the church to us. What's left of it. There's no way I can tell the townspeople the church was attacked by the Dark Prince. I've got to think up some kind of explanation for this. They kind of already did. Anyway, so that's all the talking. Unless Ringa Valley has anything new to say. Do you have time to waste? Do you have the time to waste like this? What do you think we should do to make the Ringas better known among humans? We're looking for ideas. Ringa's class final lesson, thank you. And Ringi's that thank you is Re. Would you like to hire me? I can help you. I'll make you a deal, only 30,000 Pika. How about it? Sure. Thanks, I promise I'll work hard. And Ringa has joined forces with you. We'll take a look at it later. And there's Mount Chapin, whatever. Okay. So I've been doing my grinding in the Cave of Trials. I've been doing my miracle grinding in the Hall of the Dead, as always. The Cave of Trials, the first stage of the Cave of Trials, is supposedly a really good place to do chain miracles. It works, and if you have a decent movement rate, or if you just really don't mind shuffling your boots around, you can get set up to do a chain miracle in the first stage of the Cave of Trials in about 3 to 4 turns, which is pretty nice, but I found it just really tedious to do, and I'm just really familiar with doing just chain miracles in the Hall of the Dead. And since now I have a lot more movement and flexibility, I can actually do the miracles a lot easier, and I don't have to constantly wait for the perfect setup to do it. Anyway, let's go to the Cave of Trials. And essentially, there's 5 stages. I've already gotten to stage 5. I haven't completed stage 5 yet. That's going to come later. But first things first. Bam! I am over level 200 with Prier, Dark Eclair, and Homard. Yes, I am actually using Homard finally. As you can see, I have a lot of stat level ups, and so forth. You might notice some really, really high attack power. And who do we pick up? Super Shroom. You have no special abilities. Okay, whatever. You also might notice I have less... Actually, my party's a little bit smaller. I actually got rid of a lot of my monsters that I picked up throughout the game because I just didn't need them. You can just, to get rid of monsters, all you have to do is talk to the guy that you do the item fusion with and just send monsters without any items. And you'll usually either get like a change-up or like a piece of candy in return for just giving your monsters away. So I did that a bunch until I kept a few of my lower level monsters, like this Bloom Spirit, Bit on Sale, and Pretty Bit. I'll explain that in a little bit. These are some boxes I've collected. This is from stage 4 of this, you know, whatever this place is called. Cave of... I don't remember what this place is called. Whatever, Cave of Trials, I think that's what it's called. Anyway, so the main thing I've been doing is, like, been getting Prier, Dark Eclair, and Homard leveled up. They're going to be my main guys to do the Dark World. Everyone else is pretty much going to be on buffing duty. They're just going to be buffing using Braveheart and so forth. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So, like, pretty much all my buffers, my Chocolat, my... not Bear Burger. Where are you? There you are, Squiggle Bear. Even Squiggle Bear is up to level 3 Braveheart now, so I can buff 3 people at once. And it's also got some decent range, and so forth. So yeah, their jobs are just going to be buffing and be bait, because quite frankly, the Dark World's going to be very, very difficult, even at the levels I'm at. Essentially, what the quest goal I'm trying to complete is I need to go to the Dark World at level 300 Dark Energy, and defeat at least one level 500 Overlord. Yeah, level 500 Overlord. So that's going to be what I'm going to be trying to do. So the way to do that is obviously to get as much attack power as possible and just blitz the guy, which is what I've been working on. So besides leveling up, which I'm pretty much done with, 200 is pretty much what you can do. You can actually do it at lower levels. Supposedly some guides have been able to do this at like level 120, maybe even lower. It just really kind of depends on your gear and setup and stuff like that, and how many pieces of bait you're using. So yeah, the other thing to note, this Whip of Love has 4,364 attack power at level 54. I've been doing item combinations. Pretty much all my Karate Chops and Whips of Loves have been combined into one Whip of Love. The way combining works is the level of the item, the level of the item decides is how many traits are carried over from each item. So every 2 levels carries over 1 trait. So that includes HP, SP, attack, and so forth. It also includes elemental resistance and affinities, and also includes your stat level ups down there below. So if you wanted to transfer everything over for this Whip of Love, you need to do SP, attack, and speed, hit, those three affinities, and those 4 stat ups. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you need to be at least level 24 to carry everything over with this Whip of Love. And for the most part, you can kind of do fine with that. Now, what this will do is combining all those, like no matter how high level your item is, it will not influence the end results stats too much, besides just what carries over. So essentially, once you combine all your weapons together, it's going to end up being just a really low level item, but it'll have a slightly higher base. Like a Whip of Love generally starts out with 150 attack power, and if you combine it with 3 other Whips of Loves, you're going to end up getting another Whip of Love that has maybe a base of 330 attack power, which might not seem like much, but that's at level 0, and when you level up weapons, it's pretty much multiplying your original stat, so it ends up increasing rather quickly. And you pretty much just do this over and over again. You just take that Whip of Love you just combined, and then combine it with 3 more Whips of Love, and then you do it again and again and again until you're unable to find a monster to actually get it up higher. the base that it starts at is also influenced by the stats of the monster you send it with. Like, for example, this Pandora here has 1541 attack power. What this means is, no matter how strong my items are that I combine together, the base will never go any higher than those stats there. So, for example, if I'm working on an attack item, it will not get it. The end result will not go above 1541. Usually, if this happens, it'll just simply cap off there at 1541, and it'll tell you, it'll say, hey, this monster's too weak to actually combine this, and it's going to be a little bit weaker. Usually this is not a big issue, you might just lose a few points, but yeah. So essentially, that's what I've been doing. This Whip of Love is, the base of this Whip of Love was like 1600, so you can imagine how much higher it just got increased. Also, I don't think that 4364 is actually correct, because if I unequip it, I lose over 1,000 attack power. So I think that's just a bug, because it's not reading these stats correctly. But whatever, it still works. It's a very, very powerful weapon, and what I've been doing is, besides this Whip of Love, I'm also making like 2 or 3 more of these, which I'll kind of explain in the future. For right now, let's just kill things. Also, another thing I've been working on is skills. I've got Batter Up to level 7, which allows you to hit 7 monsters at the same time. And also I've been working on Redemption. So her primary, her strongest single target and her strongest AoE, I've been leveling up. Same thing for Dark Eclair. I've been working on Omega Lance and Meteor Slash. They're actually pretty powerful once you level them up. And sorry if you're hearing that in the background. Wow, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I went ahead and checked the video to make sure to see if you guys were picking that up. You could barely hear the freaking leaf blower or whatever the hell was out there outside my door, but it's gone now, and now I just have a pounding on my roof that apparently this mic doesn't pick up. So, I apologize if you do pick it up, but I'm going to go ahead and keep on going. Anyway, so I've been working on Homard. I think thing to note about Homard is no matter how much you level up his his stats, he never learns how to purify. So he never learns purification. Anyway, I've been working on Demon Blade for a single attack, and then Broken Arrow has his AoE. The Broken Arrow is pretty cool. It's freaking like Gensai Tensho from freaking Bleach. That's pretty much what I gathered from it. Also, Burning Soul is a very, very powerful attack that reduces your HP to 1 and your SP to 0. It supposedly also does 10 times more damage to certain demon types. Specifically the one that he has an issue with, which you probably can already guess what it was. Alright, so yeah, got that going. Like I said, everyone else is going to be focused on buffing. Anyway, we should be good to go. Even though Homard's not really equipped with any gear right now, he's actually pretty strong simply because all the stat level ups in the higher level. Essentially, once you get like level 100, 150 or so, your stats just start increasing rather quickly per level up, so pretty neat. Anyway, let's go ahead. I think I got everything set. Yep. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just go in order. Let's go do Training Cave 1. Now, I kind of briefly showed this. This is the cave that if you want to do Chain Miracles in, you can actually do it. Essentially, you just need to make sure you kill this shroom here, and you can essentially just kind of coast around the edges at certain points, and you can actually hit all the, you can put up all your change-ups. It's kind of a weird setup, the way it's done. It does something like kind of weird, like it loops this way, and then loops around this way, and then does some weird stuff here, and then goes up around. Needless to say, I found the Hall of the Dead easier, and I found it a little bit more reliable. Anyway, so let's go ahead and kill some stuff, and hope you guys don't pick up that pounding. This is mostly going to be a casual video anyway, it's just me going to be showing off some stuff. Anyway, special ability, Omega Lance. As far as leveling up is concerned, all you really need to worry about is if you're strong enough to fight a certain floor, just keep fighting that floor until you're strong enough to fight the next one. Essentially, I was strong enough to fight all the way up to floor 4. Floor 4, I had to use Bravehearts to actually get strong enough to damage the boxes there. But because I did some item combinations already, it was enough to get me all the way to that far. Floor 5 I have yet to complete. It's pretty pretty rough due to the setup. Redemption. Apparently picked a very poor time to do recordings when they're apparently doing construction over around my apartment complex. Oh well. You guys will suffer with me.
Demon Blade.
Homard right now does the least amount of damage because I have no Whips of Love equipped to him.
Most impressive battle.
And that's all I really want to use right now. At level 200 plus, I shouldn't have any issues here. Go. What do we got here? They're spaced out in a way that's kind of annoying. But that's okay. Let's do some Broken Arrow. Yeah, they're spaced out in just the right way. Oh, I can hit 3 of them. Okay, that's cool.
Taste my flaming sword. Broken Arrow.
There we go. Yay, I leveled. Is that the guides I looked at said it gets really rough leveling up, but really it's not that bad. I mean, finding the boxes, you pretty much level up 1 to 3 times every time you do it. And it's very quick to do once you're actually strong enough to kill them without, you know, relying on... without relying on special, like, abilities and stuff. Might as well just do it this way.
Get lost, you guys.
Now you might be some of you might be thinking I am over-preparing for this, and I might be slightly, but I would still pretty much die in one hit from the things that are in the Dark World. So I'm literally relying on just killing what I need to kill in the shortest amount of time possible. Something to note about the Dark World is once you enter, the only way you can leave is by completing it or dying. So yeah. It's an all or nothing thing.
You finished already.
Yeah, Dark Eclair has her own in-battle taunts. Redemption.
Redemption. Not bad.
I did notice that Prier actually has her own a new normal attack. It's just a jump kick. But I guess it's because her attack's so high, or she's higher level now, or something. Also, whoever I was leveling up at the time, I equipped with as many stat multipliers as possible. So that's why their stats are so high. Okay, stage clear. This place is really good money. As you can see, I just got 56,000 just from this place. And this is the weakest of the bunch. So let's go to the training cave 2. Training Cave 2, nothing too special. Something to note is these fishies, or I guess you can call them krakens. These guys have okay attack power. You can probably get started with some item combinations or item fusions with these guys. It's not much, but it's enough to get started. That's really all I can say about it. Anyway, let's go ahead and actually, let's do this as Homard. Should be, yeah.
Taste my flaming sword. Broken arrow. Not a bad fight.
There we go. When I first did this stage, it was pretty easy as well. Other thing to note is these whale knights can shoot bubbles, or sorry, these krakens can shoot bubbles, but they didn't really hurt me too badly. This big shroom guy here is a boss, so you can't purify him yet, but he will immediately start going for you, no matter where you're at on the map. So he starts out already aggroed. So we're just gonna go ahead and go over here. Redemption.
Redemption. All right.
And Dark Eclair. I cannot reach you.
Get lost, you guys.
Wow, I actually killed the dragon too.
You finished already.
Okay, one left.
I didn't even break a sweat.
There you go. So, free money. Alright. Cave 3. Cave 3 isn't that bad either. It's essentially just a whole lot of bits and one big bat, also known as a Nosferatu. Once again, if you need to do some item fusions, you can probably get away with using this bat for a little while. Not too. You won't be able to survive for very long because your whips of love will pretty much increase in attack power rather quickly. Alright, let's work on 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2... Okay, I killed more with this one. Batter up. Oh wow, I did Holy Wind. I wasn't paying attention. Well, my bad. I meant to do Batter Up, because that's stronger, and I need to level it up. Oh well, that's my failure. What if I do this? It'll have to do.
Get lost, you guys. You finished already.
Hold up. And you can't reach anything. Yeah, you really can't. Alright, just kill that.
Taste my flaming sword. Broken arrow.
Unless you're doing a lot of mass AoEs, at this point I don't actually have to worry about SP that much.
I didn't even break a sweat.
And these are just bits. I mean, there's a lot of them, they're decent leveled, but they're still bits, which are the weakest monsters in the game, so... Not to worry. Tell you what. Actually, you're equipped with most stuff, so you go ahead and get the experience.
Get lost, you guys. Is that the best you can do?
Fist of God. And Heaven Guard. Needless to say, I've gotten a lot of guards. Like Omega Guard and stuff like that. Now, this time, use the right ability. Batter up. Wow, you can't hit everything, can you? Doesn't look like you can. Alright, then just kill 3 of them.
See you in hell!
Barely killed that one bat there.
Alright!
Yes, Prier will still say that she's gonna be the Maiden of Light, despite the fact that it's already been proven that she will not be the Maiden of Light. But don't worry, she may become something cooler.
Demon Blade.
I mean, heck, she's already higher level than the Maiden of Light. And once again, they're turning on their
I
freaking
didn't even break a sweat.
tremors outside. Once again, I apologize if you're hearing all this background noise. There's not much I can do about it.
Get lost. Is that the best you can do?
Alright, so that's stage 3. Look at that, 146,000. That's almost enough to buy a Whip of Love. Actually, that is enough to buy a Whip of Love if you get the weakest one. Alright, this is where I usually did my grinding. It's Training Cave 4. One moment. Sorry about that, everyone. I did find out where the noise was coming from. There were literally people hammering on the roof of this apartment complex. And it got so loud it was actually shaking my walls, and it woke up my cat. So, yeah. And the other sound was a chainsaw, apparently. So, this is stage 4 of the Cave of Trials. This is where I did most of my grinding. What I usually would do is I would get the character I was grinding, like Dark Eclair, bring her out, and then I would just bring out 4 of my buffers, buffer 4 times, AoE all the boxes, usually with all my weapons equipped and level up items. I was usually able to kill most, if not all of them, at the same time, and you just get a ton of level ups. These things are worth tons of experience. Even when lower level than some of these fire things, they're still worth more experience. So yeah, and generally what I've been doing is also, once I got strong enough to, high enough level, I started purifying these guys, because they're decent attack power and so forth. There's also this box over here, though this one apparently not as strong. Something to note though, what I would do is I would kill these boxes, and then I would call one more guy and just leave the level. I would actually not finish the stage. I would just kill the boxes and leave, and I did this multiple times until I got to the point where I could do proper AoEs and was strong enough to kill everything. Because the main thing you need to worry about is not the boxes. The boxes themselves, all they're going to do is just sit there and buff, for the most part, unless you get too close to them. The main issue is these fires, because these things know Omega Wind, which is essentially, it summons Requiem to rain, death upon you. At this point, Omega Wind doesn't really do as much damage to me anymore, but starting out, it was pretty much like a 1 or 2 hit kill. Same thing for these Jabberwocks. They just do the same thing, except it's Omega Thunder. So yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about purifying anything, because I do already have a set of boxes already prepared. So let's just go ahead and Meteor Slash.
Get lost, you guys. You finished already.
See, even at this level, I still gain 3 level ups from that. Just, it's you get amazing amount of experience from here. Another way to level up your characters is by having your high level character have no gear equipped, and then just have the rest of your party just kill it using AoEs. You can't attack your party members directly, but if you put them next to a monster and then AoE, you can get them caught in the AoE and kill them that way. For the most part, it supposedly gets you a lot of experience, though I have not tested it myself. Mainly because killing your own party members gets you a lot of dark energy. Like, a lot of it. Oh, apparently I'm not strong enough to actually kill these anymore. That's okay. Leaving one alive is not going to be a big issue. So yeah, the way I'm going to get to the Dark World is by killing my own party members. Also, if the party member you're killing is a monster, their happiness will drop every time you kill them, and they can leave your party because of it.
Broken arrow. A most impressive battle.
As far as cleaning this place is concerned, if you need to, don't worry about the boxes. Just make sure you kill these first 4, so you don't get, spelled to death, and then kind of work your way towards the Jabberwox. It looks like I don't have enough to kill you. 642 defense. What's your resistance? Oh, a lot higher. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it then. You guys get to see some magic. So yeah, the boxes are just literally gonna cast Battle Cry over and over again until they run out of SP or someone gets within their range. And the range is only like, 2 or 3, so... Prier can survive it. She has a lot of HP. Her resistance is still really low, despite her level. And it looks like we get to see the other summon. Yep, a Mega Thunder. There it is. I already regenerated most of my HP. Your passive ability that lets you occasionally randomly recover HP is based off of a percentage. So the more HP you have, the higher the heal is. So I recover like 500, 600 HP. Which seems like a lot, but it really isn't, because the monsters we'll be fighting are going to hit a lot harder.
Is that the best you can do? I'm gonna be the Maiden of Light!
No, you're not. And you can just hold back. Eclair can easily handle these.
You finished already.
Okay. Broken arrow.
Taste my flaming sword. Broken arrow!
Redemption. I win.
This is gonna hurt Prier quite a bit. Okay, never mind, it won't. Okay, let's finish this up. As soon as my cat gets out of the way.
It lost. Is that the best you can do?
Okay. Takes care of all that. And look at that, 216,000. So yeah, worth a lot of money. So I usually just grind here until I go to the Training Caves 5, which I'm not going to do quite yet. Okay, get all healed up. Let's go ahead and save the game. So yeah, I've put some hours in. But I have a lot of free time. Well, mostly free time. Since I got out of college. Of course, now I'm going to grad school, so well, life is going to get a little bit more busier. But I'll talk about that later. Alright. Oh yeah, the cactus sword, so this is what we picked up. It's not bad. Don't really need it though. Gloves. Here, you can have a little love. And a cactus sword. Not super strong, but better than nothing. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and call this a video, and we'll see about doing Training Caves 5, because it's kind of interesting. I haven't beaten it yet, but I should be able to pull it off, maybe. So, I'm Pucelle, this is Pucelle Tactics. I apologize for all the background noise, hopefully it will get better. So, see you guys later.